Probably the biggest risk I ever took was the day that I gave up my long-term career to head out and buy my first business. And the first business I bought had 5 employees, 2 of whom were the husband and wife owners who were leaving, one of whom was an apprentice who ended up leaving pretty shortly thereafter. So I was left with me and 2 technicians. And so that was a pretty risky time, but I'd never look back. So I think being an entrepreneur, the definition of entrepreneur that I enjoy the most is taking risk in the hope of return. And I think risk is an important word in that. And I think hope is also an important word in that. So taking big risks is just part of the journey.
Look, anytime you're bringing in outside capital and you don't know the people that you're dealing with, that is a risk every single time, whether it's the biggest or not. If you're dealing with venture capital or private equity, you've got to live with these people day in, day out. They'll be at your board meetings, they'll be asking you hard questions. And that's the risk that founders take.
Went all in on an energy company. I had retail licenses with some of the largest, Australia's largest energy companies, Energy Australia, and then one of the world's largest international power. I went all in. I've done it a couple of times, but that was the first time I went all in.
I think the biggest risk I've taken in my businesses is who I partner with. Be very careful about who you bring into the equity. Make sure they are like-minded, their values are the same as yours, so that you can go on the journey together with confidence.
Probably is purchasing some very expensive plant and equipment when we really didn't have the turnover to justify it. Luckily, the turnover came very quickly once we had it. We sort of built it and they came.
The biggest risk in business is always being able to back yourself and trust that intuition over getting caught up in your head.